La. Shizuka, Tati. Voniar. Niar here? Shoa! She finde dir! Hago! Huh. Nichts. Geh gonnen. Warum? Stop! Ah! Na, aš ne with dir! Sterb! Glab ni kan mir da? Ehaj! Scheiß! Jinad Lushi! Gast verschwund. Verflick! Gut na nisch. Gut kiel, ak is. Shizane hoita. Root tonight, ak is. No, Nick ni. Name's this. Kobamba! Gut, ja atag. Hoi. Isistsa. That's a niar gonen. Voniar. No, ni kan nicht run. Das it. Niar tot. Joiche. Sha shi nicht. Shi am fer tige suka. Gebitza. Chindi. Das wur bad. Au, Je dit so etwas. Was? Nische. Niar tot. Jadli guy. Alta JJ! No sag tu beda, ahiji, gani amir. Stop das, please. Abil ene furjat ligai, hehe. Ah, deltahi. Bamba, ja? Nimasi! Bamba! Sterb, Chindi! Soltje! Da, ahaimir! No, steil en tabamai. Bei has unikt. Change your mind about bringing me along? What can I tell you? Ya atag. I saw you at the Southern Passage. You do know there were still Whitelegs alive when you ran off, right? Joshua says you need someone to guide you around the valley. He said I should go with you, if you want. Well, here we part ways. I'm needed back at the Dead Horses camp. Maybe I'll see you there sometime. Good job getting those supplies to Daniel. If you were a dead horse, you'd get a tattoo for that. Hoi, what you doing? There's still Whitelegs back there. Wait, you came from outside, didn't you? From the civilized lands. Wow, Joshua will want to hear about this. Hoi, Whitelegs don't leave survivors often. You're some kind of lucky, let me tell you. You came from outside, didn't you? From the civilized lands. Wow, Joshua will want to hear about this. You again? Talked to Joshua yet? He's been the chief of our tribe since he came back to the valley. He went off to the civilized world years ago to fight a war. That didn't go well. Whitelegs, nasty bunch. They've been raiding deeper into Zion ever since New Canaan was wiped out. That's great. I'll help any way I can. Whew, glad to hear it. That'll be some happy mama, huh? Thank you. Really, it means a lot to me. Mostly it's the mountain bighorners. Whole herd of them up on the cliffs there. Usually they're not too aggressive, but lately, whew. My guess is one of the calves got lost somewhere along the way. Bighorners are communal. One missing calf, and the whole herd gets ornery. If that calf doesn't turn up soon, they might very well come down into the valley and attack the camp. Sure. Hey, I understand. I wish it could have been done different, but at least the calf is back with its herd. Yeah? Hey, thanks. Most of the hunters don't listen when I tell them the problem. Just one thing. Try not to kill any bighorners if you can, yeah? You'll drive the herd off and we'll have to range farther on our hunts. That's not really what I was hoping for. I guess at least we don't have to worry about the bighorners attacking the camp now. Hoi. Of course you do. I understand. You know, I heard stories about rangers from back when. They carried lightning sticks that stunned the animals. I've never been to any of the back when places, but they might have left one when they died. You might also try luring the baby out with some banana yucca. The mountain bighorners love the stuff. You change your mind about helping out? Joshua Graham. He leads our tribe. Thanks to him, the dead horses are strong and safe from our enemies. He'll want to talk to anyone coming up from Southways. Guess that means just you now. Come, I can take you to him. I mean the lands beyond the valley. The place where the cities never fell. Where people don't live in tribes and forage just to survive. Joshua keeps saying it isn't paradise out there. But how can it not be, compared to this? Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Joshua will want to know about you. Please, go to our camp on the Eastern Virgin. Tell him how you came to be here. La, I meant no offense. If you won't talk to me, talk to Joshua Graham. He's at our camp on the Eastern Virgin. Well, because they're our enemies. What else would we do? They take our land, they kill our scouts. They poach our hunting grounds. We decorate our clubs with them to honor Joshua Graham. They were the weapons of his old tribe, so now they are ours. Can't say they seem that dangerous to me. But Joshua says they won the West. Only a little. I was very young. He was different. Prouder, yes, but harder, crueler, more driven. Really, I was terrified of him. We all were. When he came back, I almost didn't believe he was the same man. He was humbler. He wanted to protect, not destroy. Dead horses mark ourselves to commemorate our hunts. When a hunter takes a great beast, or when a youth goes on his first hunt, he gets a tattoo. When Joshua first came to us, he was servant to a man he called Caesar. He led his master's armies, and we were ready to follow him into war. Then he lost his master's army to a tribe called NCR, the Sunset People. When he returned, he was as you saw him, burned, broken, but changed. He led us away from Caesar, led us to our own destiny in Zion. We came up in the land of the dead horse, though why the back when folks called it that, I got no hint. We raided, we fought, we lost. Our enemies drove us back into Zion, and we would have died if it hadn't been for Joshua. Joshua and his Caesar. If it wasn't for Joshua, the dead horses would still be the whipping boys of the Zion Valley. He taught us how to hold our territory, to protect ourselves. He guided us away from Caesar, and showed us how Caesar would have destroyed us. Little bit. I met some of their missionaries a few times, but I've never been to their city. Joshua could tell you more. Or Daniel, I imagine. Go with fortune, friend. Good sists. We head east then. Joshua is at our tribe's camp in the Eastern Virgin. Ha! Really? That's... my gods. Must be some mighty civilized folks who built that. Well, before he left, he didn't have those bandages all over his face. That tell you something? You see his face, you'll understand. Now you sound like Joshua. He always tells me that tribal life is better, that I should stay here and forget the outside world. I don't know. He doesn't talk about it much. Maybe. But how can two civilized tribes fight over something as small as a dam? Sorry, Joshua was pretty clear. Get you to Daniel, then come on home. You can take it up with him if you'd like. I will. Good gonen, Akis. Hey, it's not my fault. And what's this minion stuff? That's it. See you around, civilized man. Hey, it's not my fault. And what's this minion stuff? That's it. See you around, civilized woman. You might try luring the baby out with some banana yucca. These bighorners go crazy for the stuff. Good sists? Maybe while you're there, you can tell me about where you came from, yeah? That's the weird part. Normally the Whitelegs keep to the Great Salt Lake. I don't know what brought them down this far south. Let me tell you a story. When I was a boy, a man came through the valley with one of the caravans. Tall man, big mustache, carried a guitar. I asked what he did for his living, and the interpreter told me he was a singer. What is that? I asked. The man explained that he went from place to place and sang for people, who gave him food and shelter and care in return. I couldn't believe that there was a place in this world where a man could do that. I promised myself then that one day I'd explore that world myself. That's what Joshua said. Whitelegs came down from Great Salt Lake in force, fell on New Canaan before they could mount a defense. Joshua found some of the survivors led by a man named Daniel. Most of them have fled the valley, but Daniel stayed on with the Saros tribe. He and Joshua have been arguing over whether to stand and fight the Whitelegs, or take the Saros and the dead horses out of the valley. Hey, as long as we're traveling together, think you could help me out with a little wildlife problem? Let's move then. Joshua Graham. He leads our tribe. Thanks to him, the dead horses are strong and safe from our enemies. I'm sure he will want to talk to you. You can find him just south of here, in the Angel Cave. But they were Whitelegs, the enemy. You are a very strange outsider, but I think Joshua will want to speak to you anyways. This is the eastern fork of the Virgin River, and it's the place we dead horses call home. Joshua says it is a temple to God's glory on earth. We can talk more about it later, though. It's not smart to keep Joshua waiting. You'd do that? Sure. Sounds smart to me. He might not get so mad at you. I'm called Follows Chalk. Joshua sent me to scout for any outsiders coming up from the Southern Passage. We can talk more about that later, though. It's not smart to keep Joshua waiting. Nasty bunch of raiders from up by Great Salt Lake. Whitelegs killed your friends at the Southern Passage. Not many survive Whiteleg raids, not even by running. Joshua will want to hear about what happened to you. Joshua will answer all your questions. He doesn't like being kept waiting, though. Go, talk to him as soon as you can. I won't keep you. Maybe we talk again after. Good. I really wasn't looking forward to talking to Joshua if you turned me down. I don't think he'll like that answer much. You change your mind. I'll be around the dead horses camp. Good going. Oh. Well, I guess that's about what I could expect from him. I'd like a minute alone to think about this. Dankney. Yeah? What did he say? I haven't told him yet. Never had the Growans. Oh, sure. That's just what the hunters said. Well, I guess let me know if you change your mind. Ask away. Our advanced scouts leave chalk signs to mark places rich with game. I'm not a full scout yet, so I follow the marks and guide the hunters. What can I tell you? He said that? Well, I guess you have been out there more recently than he has. So, what's your advice? I see. Well, thanks for your telling. I'd like a minute alone to think about this. Dankney. Really? You think so? Whew! I'm going to do it. After all this is over, I'm going to go explore civilization. Dankney, Akis, I never would have had the Growans to ask him myself. Really? He said that? Whew! I'm going to do it. After all this is over, I'm going to go explore civilization. Dankney, Akis, I never would have had the Growans to ask him myself. Is it? I always heard it was rather large outside the valley. Well, wherever he is, I hope he's well. A job as a singer? Then it really is true. Good sists, let's show them what we're made of. Lots of them around the valley. Places built by the folk from back when. You'll know them when you see them. Scouts mark them with handprints. The handprints are a warning to keep out. Angry ghosts live inside. Not that I believe in angry ghosts. They're just spooky old places. Right? In the river, there's a twisted pile of metal and glass, all full of bones. Joshua says they were scouts, but they looked awful small to me. Lots of that old stuff. How do you say it? Electronics. Maybe you could use some of it. Yeah, and they're still back there. Let's go get them. Lots of back-when places to choose from. But for the things we need, best to start with the really closed-up places. 3 I know of. A building down by the river called a fishing lodge, the old ranger station in the northwest, and the general store right by it. Closer to home might be something you can salvage from the place where the little ones fell, just west of the Eastern Virgin. You're not going to fight? But... Okay. You better come with me then. Joshua will want to see you. Best place to look for back-when stuff is the taboo places. Sorrows and dead horses don't go in there, and even Whitelegs don't like them much. Mostly it's the mountain bighorners. Whole herd of them up on the cliffs there. Usually they're not too aggressive, but lately, whew. My guess is one of the calves got lost somewhere along the way. Bighorners are communal. One missing calf and the whole herd gets ornery. If that calf doesn't turn up soon, they might very well come down into the valley and attack the camp. You might try luring the baby out with some banana yucca. These bighorners go crazy for the stuff. That's, not really what I was hoping for, but I guess I can give the little guy a home. What the hell? Hold up. See that log over there? Take a closer look. There might be some good stuff tucked in there. The Narrows up ahead. That's the Sorrows territory. They're peaceful enough, but you don't want to make them mad. Heads up. This is the Three Marys. Whitelegs territory. You sure you want to head in there? For as long as I remember, the dead horses have thought that places of the old world were taboo. Doesn't look so spooky to me. Glad you made it. Joshua's just to the south, inside the Angel Cave. You'll want to talk to him straight away. Ah, the Eastern Virgin. What's the phrase? House, sweet house. That's Pine Creek up there. Supposedly it's one of only 2 ways out of Zion Valley. Of course, without a map, good luck surviving. That thing actually flew once? Like a big metal bird? Bet you don't have to follow chalk marks up there. See that tower? Back when folks used them to talk to each other on the air. Not like with signal drums. They could actually talk. Amazing, huh? So I finally get to explore all those taboo places without the other scouts yelling at me? Can't wait. Bet they don't have anything as nasty as Yao Guai out where you come from, huh? Those, what did you call them? Walkie-talkies? Those are going to be loads better than signal drums and smoke signs. That compass thing always knows where north is, huh? Even if it can't see the stars? That back-when medicine smells funny. Guess it works, though. There can't really be a place where people go into big buildings and give away all their money just to watch someone flip paper squares on a table. Skinnick Overlook. What do you suppose that means? Must have been nice. When Zion was friendly enough, folks could make camp wherever they pleased and not worry about Whitelegs and deadly critters. Look sharp. Lots of giant ants around here. We call 'em picnic killers. Don't really know what that means. Something from back when, I guess. See this? This is why your own 2 feet are better than any cart, whether it's pulled by critters or goes on its own. You ever seen anything like these green men? Sure as anything, they aren't from around here. Some kind of view up here, eh? If you know how to look, you can spot all kinds of landmarks from up here. Look, I'll show you. Feels good to be doing some actual scouting, not just following. I hear some odd things about the civilized lands outside Zion. Is there really a giant thunder lizard people live inside? The spitter plants and the green monster men aren't native to Zion. Wonder where they came from. Why do you carry all those bottle caps anyway? They jangle like crazy. Hang on, you're going the wrong way. I thought we were going to the dead horses camp. Hold up, you're getting all turned around. Check your map and backtrack a little. Where are you going? That's not the way to the camp. I'm happy to travel with you, but you're not headed toward the dead horses anymore. Keep headed north, around this rock pile, down this path to the north. Hope you don't mind getting wet. You can take the path north here if you want, or head east over the ridge. There's a nice view from the top of that cliff, if you want to look. Follow the old road south. Nearly there. You see the dead sentries? Shamans say our enemies' souls are trapped in them. But Joshua says it shows we're serious about fighting Whitelegs. Nearly there now. Watch out for traps in the water. Got to keep the Whitelegs out somehow, eh? Here we are. Joshua's just ahead there, in the Angel Cave. We follow this path for a while. Nice view of the river, eh? Whew! That's for the Whitelegs. Sorry we weren't fast enough to save your friends, though. The dead horses will remember them in our prayers. You should come with me now. Joshua Graham will want to meet a visitor from the civilized lands. Way I heard it, salt upon wounds butchered everyone in New Canaan and nailed their corpses to the cliffs. Freeze! Don't move a muscle. Yaogwai. Whew! That was some kind of lucky. Guess that one was all full of gecko, eh? Don't get used to it, though. Yaogwai are plenty mean as a rule. These paintings show the dead horses' victories against other tribes. Lots more of them since Joshua came to us. See those handprints? Dead horses and sorrows mark them on taboo places. Places from back when. Good thing for you I don't buy into that stuff. Having revered Joshua Graham as a living legend for so many years, the dead horses found it difficult to accept his death. New Canaanite missionaries sought to remain in contact with the tribe, but lacking Joshua's authority, their influence dwindled. Still, as an expression of enduring respect for their lost spiritual leader, the dead horses helped protect the lands where New Canaanites settled. As generations passed, the dead horses came to worship a spirit of the land, a harsh spirit of divine justice. They called it Joshua. Having helped Daniel and the Sorrows escape from Zion, the dead horses returned to their home at Dead Horse Point. The tribe continued to learn from the New Canaanites, and over many years built a flourishing community along the banks of the Colorado. Though the tribe's bond would endure, it was Joshua Graham's legend the dead horses would revere, not the tenets of New Canaan's faith. Having helped eradicate the Whitelegs from Zion, the dead horses returned to Dead Horse Point in triumph. They remained neutral toward the Sorrows, but as years went on, there were periods of competitive friction, even violence between the tribes. The New Canaanites, Daniel especially, intervened regularly as mediators, but found it difficult to reconcile the tribe's conflicts. Follows Chalk took the courier's words to heart and decided the big cities of the Mojave Wasteland and NCR were best left unexplored. Though he sometimes dreamed of distant lands, he continued to support his family at Dead Horse Point, and eventually, his wanderlust faded. Follows Chalk took the courier's words to heart and decided that he would behold the sights and sounds of distant lands with his own eyes and ears. After returning to Dead Horse Point, he quarreled with his family and other tribe members about his ambitions. One morning, they awoke to discover that Follows Chalk had set off alone, westward, into the wilderness. He was never seen again. I'm still looking. Don't worry. There they are! Got 'em! Never mind, I was wrong. Guess I'm just jumpy. They're cutting through me like paper. This armor is useless. Ugh! Gotcha! Ha! Eyes! Heads up! Hey, where'd they go? Lost them. Well, that's that then. Never stood a chance, did they? I'm going to need a healer. Hope you've got medicine better than some sticky herbs. Joshua isn't going to like this. Hey, don't die on me now. Bombs away! Boom coming! Got it. You sure? It's easy to get lost out here without a guide. Glad to hear it. I wouldn't want to go back to Joshua alone. All right. Joshua won't be too happy, but all right. Joshua said I might be going with you. Let's go then. Right behind you. I look like a pack Brahmin to you? Come on, we travel light. Like the shadow of a ghost. What can I do? You're starting to sound like the old Joshua. Okay, got it. Now you're thinking like a hunter. I like this plan. What can I do? Keeping my distance sounds more my speed anyways. Change it to lead on. I'll follow. Sure. You are going to leave me some chalk marks to follow though, right? Tactics? You know I'm not much of a fighter, right? What can I do? Fine by me. Get too far back and it's easy to lose your partner in this maze. Lead on. I'll follow. Just tell me where to be, and I'll be there. Up close and personal? Well, as long as they don't have guns. Well then, let's get to trading. Sure. Okay. I'll wait behind. Not like I'm not used to that. I could use some help here. I won't last long at this rate. Can I get some backup? Healing? Something? If I don't make it, tell Joshua I tried. Looks like I'm headed for the big dark. Sorry. I let you down. Still looking, but I got nothing. Still nothing here. Gotcha! Thought you could get away from follows, Chuck? They must have run off. Scared of us, huh? I don't think they're coming back. Whoa! Was that necessary? Are you sick in the head or something? Remind me not to get you mad at me. Guess that was just bound to happen, huh? No more bullets! I'm shooting dry here! Eyes wide, ears open. Whoa! Here we go! Fighting time! Lead on. I'll follow. Feeling the poison here. I'm not feeling so good. Good as new. Just what the medicine man ordered. Let's take them. This one's mine. You know I'll share if you ask, right? Is this some kind of civilized ritual I just don't get? There. Hopefully it won't fall off now. Now that's good medicine. Might as well tickle them with a feather. Got anything bigger I can fight with? Time to get lost. This is too intense. Oh, look. I'm not dead. Okay, I'm up. What's next?